About a few days ago, I had asked someone to just work on a project for me, right? And I had paid them. They told me when the project was going to be ready. They gave me the X number of days that it's going to be done and all of that. They had asked me for the requirements, the details that they needed, which I supplied. Okay. So I was waiting for my project to be done, to be delivered, and it took like forever. So I ended up being the person who was chasing them around asking, my project is due. When is it going to be delivered? But then they were delaying, okay? They were delaying. So it was just a lot of back and forth. Finally, they delivered the project to me. I took a look at it and I realized there were a lot of mistakes, you know. They didn't pay attention to the details, the things that I had sent to them. So I did requested for a review, a revision for the project, which they agreed to do. But then let me tell you, I thought it was just going to be something quick that they'll be able to fix, they'll be able to get done for me. No, it was another back and forth, reaching out, when is this going to be done, and all of that. So I was so frustrated. Finally, the project was delivered. And I took a look at it. I'm like, no, this is not what I want, you know? And just to give you some background, it was just a flyer that I needed for a project. Even though I'm not too good with designs, I am actually someone who has, I'll say that I have the eyes for, great designs, things that are done with elegance, with excellence. I think I have the eyes for that. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, I don't think I like this. I did ask if they can give me the source file so that maybe I can go to Canva and polish this out. And they're like, no, we do this in a different program. So at this point, I'm so disappointed. I'm so deflated. I'm like, God, what do I do? You know, the project is due. People are asking me, Linda, where's the flyer? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this flyer and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But as I was sitting there, two voices were going through my head. And it was the voices of two people who are also in business, just like I am. There was a time that I had asked them, what do you do? Where do you go to get your projects done, to get your designs done? And they showed me the platform that they go. So I do ask them, what do you do when you don't get what you need? And jokingly, one of them said, when I don't get what I do need, I just pay for somebody else to just redo it for me. And I was like, wow, okay. And then the other person was like, you know what I do? Usually, I don't give my project to just one person. I would pay for like two people and then give them the same requirements, the same details, and then have them do it. And then at the end of the day, I'll just pick the very best one. So I was like, okay. So at this point, you know, I was just thinking about me going through the same thing this afternoon. I was like, God, what should I do? Because the time is actually running out. I can't actually depend on this person because if I ask them to go fix one more thing, that's going to take another 3 days for me to get it back. I can also get it done in Canva. I even went to Canva trying to see if I can do it, but I couldn't. But then I remembered the advice of the other person who was like, I just paid for another person to do it. So I was like, okay, at this point, I think this is what I'm going to have to do. So I went to this freelancer's place and I saw another person who is also good. I read the reviews, I saw the work that they have previously done, and I feel like this person will be a good match for me. So I reached out quickly and I'm like, I am running against time. I need my project to be done. Is it something that you'll be able to work on for me? And then this lady was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to get it done. Just send me the details of what you need. And I was like, okay. So I sent everything that I needed to her, right? I did that. And within a couple of hours, she was done. And she sent it to me. And I'm telling you, it was just beautiful. It was just amazing. You know, there were just a few things that we needed to fix, and I humbly asked if she'd be willing to fix them for me. She was like, oh, no problem, I'll be able to fix them for you. So she fixed them, and I kept thanking her. Like, I couldn't even stop saying thank you, right? But it came out so nice, it came out so beautiful. It actually met my expectations. It was beyond my expectations, to be honest. And as I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, God. But the message that dropped into my spirit was sometimes you just need to start things all over again. You know, you just need to start it all over again. I didn't want to do it before, but when I saw the result of what I had in my hands, it really made sense, you know. And I say this to say that sometimes, you know, you may be dealing with an issue, maybe it's with your business, maybe it's a relationship, whatever it is, you know, you may have some challenges here and there. But the lesson that I was taking from what happened today was just because you have some hiccups, you know, down the road, or you have some hiccups along the line, doesn't mean that you'll not be able to get to your destination. Okay, just because you're having some issues, some challenges right now, does not mean that you cannot get to the destination that you want. Sometimes you just need to forget about the past. You just need to forget about what happened. You just need to forget about what didn't work out, and just be open minded and be willing to start again. Be willing to hope again. Be willing to have faith again. You know, for the very first person that I paid, of course, they took my money. There is no refund for it, right? But when I look at what I have right now, the money that I paid to the other person is like it's like peanuts to me right now, because I'm so happy with what has been delivered right now. So I say this to say that sometimes you just need to like start things all over again. Maybe you started something in 2025, it didn't work out. 2026, it's a new year. It's a new year. Give it another try again. Okay? Give it another try again. All right. So, this is my lesson that I took from this afternoon. And I hope that it's also going to be a blessing to somebody out there. I don't know what you may be going through. I don't know what you may be dealing with. It may be a message for somebody else, as it was a message for me. But I hope that it's also a message that can be a blessing to somebody else. That sometimes all you have to do is to just do it again. Forget about the pain. Forget about the fact that it didn't work the very first time. Forget about the challenges that you experienced, and just hope again, and just believe again, and just trust God again. The fact that you have failed before does not mean that you will not be successful the next time you try it, you know. I think the story that comes to mind was the story of Peter and his friends when they had gone out to fish. And, they were professional fishermen. And so for the whole night they had fished, but they did not catch anything. And Jesus got inside the boat, okay? Jesus got inside the boat. And he got inside the boat of Peter. He preached to the people, and after he was done, he told him, launch out into the deep. And then Peter was like, we have been fishing all night. We've tried everything that we know to try, but we have failed. We didn't get anything. Nevertheless, at your word, I am going to launch out into the deep again. I'm paraphrasing the Bible story here. And the Bible says that when Peter was able to do that, what happened? He came out with so many fish to the point where he could not even bring it out. He had to actually signal to some of the other fishermen to come and help him out. That's what we call the net breaking power or the net breaking blessing. All right. Imagine Peter was like, you know what, I'm not going to try Jesus. I'm not going to try again. He wouldn't have seen that miracle. He wouldn't have seen that blessing. So I feel like it ties into what I experienced today. Had I just given up altogether on this project and said, you know what, I'm so tired, I'm not even going to do it again. Because at some point I was entertaining that thought. I was like, oh, maybe this project doesn't even need a flyer. So why am I putting myself through this? But I'm just so grateful that I did not give up. I did not throw in the towel. I did not also say, you know what, I've already paid money to this person and this person did not deliver to my taste or did not deliver to my expectations. But I was willing to pay for another person to just start it all over. And by the grace of God, what I received, it's like way beyond what I was even expecting from this person. I say this to say that our net breaking blessing could be on the other side of us being willing to actually try it one more time. Do it one more time. If it is a school, go for it one more time. If it is a job application, put it in one more time. If it is starting a business, start it one more time. For who knows, your next breaking blessing is just right at the corner. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who has joined. I see all of you, and I just want to say thank you all. And that's it. That's all I have for today. It was just a little lesson, a little story that blessed me this afternoon, and I felt like it would also bless you as well. So God bless you all. Bye.